We will be any time now, anyway. Hey, look
Yep,
at that.
we're
We're
live.
we're we're on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome everybody out there in computer screen land. You happen to be tuning into the A to Z program. My name is Arick Zant. How's everybody doing tonight? Good? Great. Tonight is the second episode of the week of the A to Z program's Salute to the Nurses, and I just happen to have, believe it or not, my two favorite nurses on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my
Colonel
immediate,
Sarah.
what is this, my right? My right or left?
Yeah.
Whatever it is over here. This is Sarah. This is my niece, Sarah. Say hello.
Hello.
Sarah is my oldest niece, by the way. And down here, this beautiful little thing here, this is Nadia. Nadia is my second youngest niece.
Yep.
Yes, second youngest. So I have the two greatest nurses anybody could ever have on the program right now. And guys, thank you for coming on. Thanks for coming on to the program and supporting your old uncle here.
This is fun.
Privileged to be here.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this isn't like kayfabe or like New York City family thing. They're actually my sister's daughters, so they're my real nieces. Just to clarify that.
We
Just to
actually
clarify
share
that.
genetic material.
Yeah.
I'm a robot made in the lab, so we just
Well,
that's the
that,
kind of family we run.
Never be a robot.
yeah. Well, that may or may not be true. But guys, how you doing tonight?
Really good.
Really
Healthy,
good.
wealthy, and wise. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Nadia, you all right?
I'm doing okay.
You're doing
good.
okay? You're doing good? Okay. Well, guys, thanks for coming on. Here's the deal. I did, I had Rebecca on earlier, Sarah's friend. I don't know if you know her or not. I assume I'm one of those guys that assumes every nurse knows every nurse in the area. It's like, oh yeah, I know that person, which sometimes proves to be true, but not always. But do you know Rebecca, Nadia?
I'd have to have a last name, but honestly, we're kind of like a very tight-knit, like nun type of sisterhood. So we've all we're in a coven. So
I like coven better than nunnery. Yeah, coven is way better. I'd rather get treated by a witch than a nun. I think, I think they got more spells to pick from.
Probably have more herb lore for sure.
Yeah,
they're like the OG.
Anything green or black in a drink, whatever. So Sarah, that was great. Sarah, you actually directed me to her, and that was a great episode. We had a lot of fun with Rebecca.
She's great.
She is. She's a tough lady, and that story she told about being off the shift and catching that guy falling off the bed, and that's how she caught COVID.
Yeah,
is taking that extra mile. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd have let the guy fall on the floor and walked away, but I probably would have. But no, that was remarkable. That's a testament of what you guys do, and I think a lot of people just think that you guys, you come into the emergency room or the doctor's office or whatever health facility you're going to, and the nurse comes out and she has her clipboard and she takes your temperature and your height, and your weight, and all that stuff. I don't think a lot of people, even though a lot of people visit the doctor, I don't think a lot of people realize a lot of the things you guys do. Can you guys, each of you, and I don't care who goes first, give me a couple things that the general public may not know, that things that you guys do at work. Give me, Sarah, go ahead and go first. Tell me a couple things. Tell everybody a couple things that you guys do that we may not know, that we may not even think of.
Well, one of the biggest things that nurses do that I don't think we get, I don't know if the general populace understands at all, actually, is a thing called triage.
I've seen it on a placard.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. So triage is not a place. It's actually a thing that you do. It's usually at the front of wherever intake is, because it's like being the sorting hat at Hogwarts. You have about 2 minutes to talk to somebody, look at them, get their vital signs, and decide, are you going to die or how long can you wait?
Wow. I did not know that. I had no idea that's what that meant. No kidding.
Yep.
Sarah, your sister's giggly down here. Should we break her up? Nadia, you told us an interesting little story before we went on air. What did you do today with some some nice patients you had there? Where were you? You take a dip or no?
Oh no, this was at the gym.
I was swimming at the gym. No, but yesterday, you know, I worked a couple days ago, and somebody remarked on how they were surprised at all the things that we did. I think the thing that the general public doesn't necessarily know is just how in depth nursing is. It's very it's very cerebral, but it's also a very physical job. It's very emotionally taxing.
Yeah.
I think every nurse could attest to, like, the day after a really hard shift is something like we call a nursing hangover, where you literally you
Wow.
just have to recuperate from the day after, and it's just a day spent processing, emotionally what's happened, physically recuperating, and it can be a lot because it's something only you and your colleagues have gone through, and your friends and your family, they don't they don't see that part of your life, and it
Right.
is
Yeah.
surprising to patients when they see what you're actually doing. Like, so it just made me think when that person remarked, like, they were like, I had no idea what you guys actually did. I thought you kind of just, like, we work on labor and delivery now,
Okay.
and they just had no idea. They thought it was just birthing babies, and that's it.
That's it. Now, Sarah, you also work in labor. You both work in labor delivery, right?
Yep.
Right.
That's my home
Now, I'm gonna talk about what Nadia just brought something up interesting that I can identify with, because I call it like the grocery store blues. Like when I'm done like serving the public and answering ridiculous questions and producing things that out of thin air. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now a nursing hangover. Now, Sarah, you have a family. Now you have a family of you guys are a family of 6. You have 4 children and a husband. Now, what's it like? Is it tough being the husband of a working nurse, especially working the way you guys do, all these hours, and especially during this pandemic? Now, how's that been for you since this all has gone on?
I think it probably has been really difficult for my husband to be the husband of a nurse, especially me. I did emergency for 9 years, and I would come home all kinds of ways some days, and he just never gave me a hard time about it. It was never like, what's wrong with you? He's never been like, why are you so stressed out? He's never given me attitude about it. So I have to give him a lot of credit, because it's not easy to be with somebody who, when they get back to you, they're done giving. They're done.
Good point. Wow. Real
Cup's
good
empty.
point.
I'm home. Don't ask me for anything. Maybe you're allowed to touch me for a minute, and then I need to be by myself for a while.
I need some major league unwinding is what I need. That's probably what you're saying to yourself.
Yeah, you just need to be left alone sometimes, and for nobody to need anything for a minute.
Like, if one more person says my name, I'll lose my mind.
Now, what's some, like, I know a lot of nurses drink wine. I'm just going to get that out of the way.
Nurses drink. You can leave it right there.
Just leave it at drink. Yeah. That's the main go-to, which is cool. I mean, sometimes having a couple of drinks after a shift is actually calms you down. It actually it kind of like numbs your head, and you can kind of sort everything back out a little bit. So that's a good thing. But what's some other, like? Give you a scenario. You're traveling. You guys are traveling somewhere. You had to go do a shift here. You're coming home and you got to go do this here. You don't have time to take a drink. You don't have time to listen to, like, the yacht rock station or whatever. Like, what do you do? What else could you do? Like, what do you guys individually do? I guess I should say to calm down, to unwind. Like, Nadia, go ahead. What's something else you do other than tip the bottle?
There's a lot of things you could do. Usually, I turn on music really loudly. I
Sweet.
sing really, really loud. It's
Metal?
like,
Metal?
no, it's more like Ariana Grande, but it's like my time to shine. And thankfully, like I have a lot of friends and family that I can kind of, instead of screaming into the void, I sometimes direct my screaming at them. Like, this was such a hard day. So I usually just take the time to do that. But otherwise, you just need to let it out some way physically. And I mean, like, even just crying, it's very healthy to do. It's okay to do. I think it's sometimes better than tipping the bottle because tipping the bottle can get a little too
Oh yeah.
easy.
Oh, you can. Yeah. You can go down all sorts of fun paths with that.
Yeah.
You guys, if you don't mind me saying, you guys didn't go to public school. You were homeschooled, and you didn't get to have the joy of being in music class, which was looking back on it was fucking awesome because they played the stupidest songs. And when you said something there, Nadia, it reminded me of this song that they like made us listen to. And I think it was like second grade or third grade. It's called "It's All Right to Cry." Did you ever hear that song?
No,
Oh my God.
I already knew it.
It's like, I remember it coming on and we were on the second floor and like I was looking at my buddy Darren and I was like, dude, I'm ready to jump out the window. I mean, this is awful. Like, why the hell are we listening to this crap? Because like none of us, we're in second grade and it's 1980 something.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's like we're all like, we're 80s kids, we're boys. And, like there was no such thing as emotions back then. So it's like,
how was normal wasn't allowed.
No, it wasn't, man. And it's like, so we were just like looking at each other like, Jesus Christ, sucks. We got to get out of here. But it's all right. I never will forget that song. It's all right to cry. Like, please.
I have to look this up now because
please look it up on YouTube. It's got to be on there. It's got to be on. There was like this deep bass guy singing it, like almost like a Barry White or like that, or like a Temptations. Like it's almost in that kind of swing. And I'm throwing out music terms that I have no idea what I'm just freestyling here. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was like that. And it was freaking awful. I mean, half of those songs were awful, but I mean, you guys really missed out on something cool. There's a lot of stuff you guys missed out on in public school, but I mean, you probably saved you from a couple things too. So you guys are, you guys are both in the Binghamton area, correct? You guys both work at the same hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Same hospital?
Yep.
Same place?
Yes. Yep.
Labor and delivery.
Yep.
Yes.
So in an area like Binghamton, New York, I'm going to call it the greater Binghamton area because you have your locals that like, well, I'm not from Binghamton. I'm from Kirkwood, or I'm from Endwell. I'm not from Binghamton.
Yeah, all of a sudden they get very feudal about like what gate of Binghamton. It's so small.
Yeah, there's only like a combination of like 300,000 people in the whole area. Like that's comparatively, it's small as compared to like Cleveland or New York or something like that. But how many babies? Yeah. How many babies? Just give me. You don't have to give me the exact number. How many babies per week do you think are born in the area? Like
you're like in the area through both hospitals that do deliveries?
Yeah.
So let's see. I know that we do around, I think 1,300-ish a year. Wards, I think, I'm not sure what they did the last year I worked there, but it was nowhere near that. But so let's just average it out and give it a high average of like 3,000 a year.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so
that's a lot of kids.
52.
Is that a lot of kids or is that not a lot of kids? Like, is that a high birth rate or is that a low birth rate?
I'm not sure.
Divvy that out to 365 days a year. That's a lot of kids to be born.
That's a lot of kids. That means that tells me that tells me one of two things. That tells me that people, love each other, or like it's really cold up here for 8 months out of the year. So if you combine the two. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Do you guys like Sarah, you said you worked in the emergency room. Do did you prefer that, or do you like doing this? Is that why you needed a change? Like, what's the story there?
I love like taking care of really sick people. If
Mhm.
someone comes in half dead, I have the time of my life like fixing it.
That's what you're into.
That was great. However, doing that for a long time and
Mhm.
all of the other things that go along with emergency nursing, it's demoralizing. It's never anybody's good day in the emergency department. I mean, I've seen a lot of people go. I've seen a lot of really sad things, a lot of like horrible, tragic diagnoses on people that, you know, you would never have thought, this 2-year-old has cancer, or this, this
shit.
mom is gonna die of a brain bleed, or, like just a lot of sad things happen. And what's been nice in labor and delivery is I still get to do a lot of like hands-on stuff to help somebody. But
Okay.
it's somebody's good day most of the time. Like labor's not fun, but the prize at the end is pretty great. You get a baby. So
You get a baby. Congratulations, you get a baby. Guys, somebody just stopped in to say hello. Cody Tucker says, I love everyone on this screen. Cody, we love you too.
Everyone, hi,
We love you too.
Kelly.
Cody, that's awesome. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah. Nadia, you've been what, about a year and a half, 2 years now?
Yeah, about a year and a half now. Yep.
Have you always been in labor delivery, or have you been somewhere else?
No, I worked on a pediatric med surge floor, so basically
Yeah,
anything they could throw at us.
give us something. Pediatric transfiguration. What is that again?
So I did basically what we used to joke and call it womb to tomb. So we did everything.
I love it. Womb to tomb.
I would
Let's
literally
hashtag
have
that later.
a newborn baby in one room and a dying grandma in the other room, maybe. So it was like it would be a very weird thing to like go from a mom who's like so stressed or excited about her new baby and being like teaching all that stuff, and then going to like quietly walking into a room and trying to help somebody pass with dignity and like trying to comfort the family, and then in between that taking care of maybe like a couple other patients with like an abscess or something, or like an appendectomy. So we did a lot of surgical patients. It was just kind of this whirlwind of stuff. Whatever the ER wanted to give me, I became buddies with the people on the phone. So
whatever the house supervisor let you get.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So do you, Nadia, do you envision yourself staying in labor delivery for the entirety of your career? Entirety. There's my $5 word for the show. I have a big word I drop every show. I have a big word I drop every day. Whatever word I say, and if my head gets numb, I label that one the $5 word. So entirety is the $5 word today.
Yeah, so, I hope we're not numbing your head too bad, but
you know what? I don't think my head can get numb anymore with all the crap that I've done.
Permanent. So yeah, it's just we're terminal at this point.
It's gone. It's gone. Black hole. So entirety of your career, do you see yourself in labor and delivery, or do you see yourself maybe going to whatever else, like I don't know, like hairline surgery or like podiatry or?
No, I hate feet. Okay,
you don't like feet. You don't like feet.
So I miss feet are so disgusting. I've taken care of it quite enough feet. Thank you. Like if anyone comes in with like a problem with their feet, I'm gonna just like tap out really quickly.
It's over.
Like,
it's done.
I know. Like take care of your own pussies. I know.
So like, hey, wait a minute, guys. We got we got David Waukee. David is a friend of mine. He's a fellow pop culture pro personality. He does the Just Too Sweet show with me, and he also does a show called the Four Quarters Show with my friend Aline, who is an absolute beautiful human being, both outside and inside. And David's given us his three applause. So thank you, David, for applauding my girls here. And
Thank you,
somebody else
David.
here is dropping by to say hello. Who is this person? Megan Hulst. Can anybody pronounce that? Hulsander? Hulslander?
Huslander?
Do you know her?
Slender.
Is she a fan?
I don't know, man.
Well, thank you,
Hi.
Megan. Megan, this is
Sure,
great.
Becky's here.
Is Becky coming on? That's what I want to know too. When is
Becky coming on. Oh, cool. And Dave wanted to straighten it out. I am just as beautiful. Yes, you are, David. You are just as beautiful as a lion. Well, you're almost as beautiful as a lion. Trust me, girls. If you saw a lion, woohoo, mega handsome.
Okay.
So anyway, oh yes, no, a lion's a great dude. David and a lion actually on the reel. They do a show called the 4 Quarters Show where they break everything down. They have a topic, say like a basketball team or an actor, or it could be a wrestler. Not often though, but or a movie, and they break it down into 4 quarters, and whoever comes out into the 4 quarters is the winner. It's a really cool show. You guys ought to check it out.
Yeah.
And Mr. Tabala, my tag team partner, my hetero life mate himself, he is saying hello, ladies. And thank you, Tim, for including me in that. Oh, this is great. This is awesome.
I know.
David said I will applaud them anytime. Thank you, David. We love you, David. We love you a lot. So, girls, I thought maybe it'd be fun since Sarah turned me on to like a true false thing with Rebecca. I thought it would be fun just to take a regular true false with just random things and just to find out if you guys really, and myself included, because I look through a lot of these things and I'm like, holy Christ, I didn't know some of these things were possible. So we're going to take a little true false quiz, if you guys don't mind.
Like fun. Let's do
this
it.
is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm missing stuff. I'll be so embarrassed if I got it wrong.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. That's you're going to do fine. And if you don't, we're going to pick on you. So
Where's
anyway,
my phone?
let's start out with, though it is difficult, you are able to start a fire by rapidly rubbing 2 Cool Ranch Doritos together for a long period of time. Is that true or is that false?
I'm going to go with false.
You're going to go with false.
I am.
But is this like funny answers?
They would fall apart. They wouldn't last long enough to heat up enough to catch fire. That's
kind of Doritos?
my argument.
Could be. Nadia, what do you think? Is it true or false?
What kind of Doritos though?
Cool Ranch.
That's what he said.
Oh no. False.
Yeah. Did you put your glasses on and you couldn't hear me? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you guys going to say?
False.
False? Okay. Well,
the spicy ones maybe.
Well, I don't know if you guys are going to be happy with this, but you are incorrect. Though it is difficult, you are able to start a fire by rapidly rubbing 2 Cool Ranch Doritos together for a long period of time. It is true. You can start a fire with Cool Ranch Doritos.
Do they really not fall apart though? I have a hard time believing they don't fall apart while you're rubbing them.
I think
next video.
I think we're gonna have to put this one to the test. I think this one's gonna have to go. Well, how about this one, guys? Singing in the shower lowers your cholesterol, heart rate, and risk of cancer and heart disease. Hey, nurses, you guys should know this. Is that true or false?
I'll go with true.
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 Lowers your blood pressure.
I bet it lowers your heart rate too, for sure. Like at
it lowers
least
your heart
most
rate?
of those are true. The only one I'm not sure about is the cholesterol, but
Yeah, I'm like, if you're pounding 3 Big Macs a day, you're still gonna have high cholesterol, buddy. So.
Well, I hate to tell you guys this, but it's false. It does not do a damn thing.
I do.
My NCLEX means nothing.
No, you can belt out Ariana Grande as loud as you want, and your heart rate is going to and pulse are going to stay the same.
Cope. Yeah.
Help you cope. Maybe you should start listening to Slayer, Nadia, like I told you, and the world would be a much better place.
Fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a not uncommon reaction. So, in the weightlessness of space, if a frozen pea touches Pepsi, it will blow up. Is that true? Is that false?
Why would that happen?
If a frozen pea,
enough to be true, why not?
in the weightlessness of space, if a frozen pea touches
Nadia, you gotta
touches
answer
Pepsi,
so one of us is right.
False. Why would this be true?
I'm gonna go with true. I'm gonna go true.
I
So
don't
Sarah's
think I
going
do.
with true.
It's wrong.
Sarah's going with true. Nadia's going with
Crazy stuff
false.
happens in space. I don't know.
Why would this happen?
Why not?
Why would it happen?
Pepsi. Have you ever
Well-
seen what happens with Mentos and Pepsi?
Well, Sarah just took the lead, and because it is correct. In the weightlessness of
Let's be in the
space,
lead.
if you touch it, it will blow to pieces.
That's so cool.
Okay.
It will explode. Isn't that cool?
I said no on principle.
So as it stands now, Sarah is 1 up on Nadia.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Well, we got a few questions left to go. It's
Do we have a bonus round coming up? Okay.
well, I mean, we could have a bonus round if you really wanted to, but I have a feeling you guys are going to start getting a few here. True or false? The world's smartest pig memorized the multiplication tables up to 12. Is that true or is that false?
I want to say a mean thing about a political figure.
Which one? Because I think they're all kind of pigs, but
So
I gotta do it.
a pig?
I gotta do it.
the world's smartest pig.
The world's smartest.
Did he
pig.
memorize multiplication tables up to 12? True or false?
Can I ask a follow up, like a question? Like,
Certainly.
how are they testing this pig's knowledge?
I have no goddamn
Does he
idea.
like oink that many times when he looks at the flashcard, or?
I don't know.
False. False.
Nadia's going with false. What do you think?
False.
I'm gonna
Pig.
go with yes.
Don't do a lot.
You're gonna go with you think it's true?
Just to split the difference.
You think it's true just to split the difference? Okay, so true,
Mm-hmm.
false. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's see.
Nothing to tell you.
Submit my answer. Oh. The world's smartest pig did not memorize
Yeah, up to
multiplication
12.
tables up to 12. He did not. He didn't do it.
Well, there you go, Nadia. We're even.
No, 1-1. Isn't that cool?
1-1, neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Neck and neck. So,
The rookie.
oh, hey, we got, so Cody wants to say, you girls notice there's been a baby boom since the COVID quarantine in March. He has a question.
Actually, for our hospital, we actually had a few less births this year than last year.
Oh, okay.
Only by like 5 or something ridiculous, but not
nothing.
significant. I'll be more interested to see like our numbers in this like first quarter compared to last year,
Yeah.
because I think
Okay.
that's when people really started actually staying home.
Okay.
We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that mark.
Well,
I think
Tim
they're gonna
actually had
have
a
it.
question too. Tim says over here, Mr. Cotter. Yes, Tim. Yes, Tim. What is it, Tim? I'm doing my best Gabe Kaplan impression, by the way. Tim, you go right ahead and ask your question. And while Tim is doing that, here is the next one from Uncle Arick. Monkeys are related to fish
No,
because if need be, they can breathe underwater.
no,
Is that true or is that false?
no, false.
False.
That's false?
Yes.
Okay.
Different genus,
Well,
family,
girls.
everything.
I'm glad that you use your keen senses, because it is true. Monkeys cannot breathe underwater even if they wanted to. That's ridiculous.
They're mammals. That one was easy. Thank God.
That didn't escape my notice when I read a biology book.
Okay, so Tim's question. Tim, we're gonna take a pause with true or false, and let's get to Tim's. This is interesting. This is not true or false, but what part of a kid's movie scarred you for life?
I know exactly what it is.
Go ahead, Nadia. You go first.
Okay, everybody loves the movie Matilda, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen it for so long because it scarred me for life. But that big mean lady literally made that poor chubby little guy, the cutest little boy in the world, eat that cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
that whole cake, I thought that was the most cruel thing I've ever seen in my life. And I still think about it. And I shed a little tear every time. I'm like, why would you do that? Ever? I thought
That
that was
sucks.
child abuse.
That sucks. How about you, Sarah?
Nothing that woman did couldn't have been labeled as child abuse. Let's be fair. But
Which woman is
True.
this?
But that was the worst part.
the gym teacher, principal person from Matilda. She
You
wore
know,
the tight bun with the jowls and the riding crop and the strange skirt. She was real attractive, is what I'm trying to say.
I never saw Matilda.
She's a hottie.
Okay, and Tim's gonna rag on me because he knows I don't watch any movies and I never do. But I've never even seen Matilda.
She's a
But
hottie.
that's a good one. That's a good one. But Sarah,
Yeah.
what one scarred you, Sarah? What one scarred you?
I can't think of a kids movie that scarred me.
Yeah, you're kind of mentally you're like on that George Zamp plane of like, nothing really.
Stoicism.
It bounces
Yeah.
in and bounces off. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not though, Nadi. You're more contemporary with your feelings and
Deep in the feelings.
yeah, that doesn't even make sense what I just said, but it's funny. So
Oh yeah.
anyway, Cody knows the name. It's Miss Trunchbull,
Yeah.
or however you spell it. Was scary in Matilda.
Oh, she scared me. Yeah. That's awful.
So she gave you some nightmares, huh?
Yeah, I think about
Wow.
that poor little kid, and I hope he's okay.
Well, I'm sure he's fine. I mean, he might have sugar diabetes now, but that's who knows. So, how about back to true or false?
Let's do it.
Men are 4 times more likely to get struck by lightning
True.
than women.
Yeah.
True.
Sarah's already saying true.
It's only 4 times? Okay.
Only 4 times.
Pee on electric fences and stuff. I don't put this past them. Yeah.
I've done that, by the way. I have done that on different voltages of fences. Because not everybody has them turned to the same wattage. And here we go again, like with the terms. I have no idea if the terms are right or not because I'm not an electrician. But
to be honest, if I could facilitate that, I feel like I would try. Have you lived if you haven't tried?
Well, the one fence, it just kind of like it didn't do anything. I was like, this sucks. I mean, I thought I was gonna get like knocked on, like like Back to the Future when he strikes the guitar. I thought I was gonna get blown back, but it didn't. But on another fence down, Smitty and I used to do shows down in Pennsylvania, like in the not really Amish country, but it is Amish. It's like it's very rural out in some of these places, and then the roads are like 5 feet wide, and it's really bizarre the way Pennsylvania has all their roads and everything laid out. Anyhow, had to get that out. We were at a school doing an antique show, and I went to the bathroom, or to the actual bathroom, and I'm pulling on the door, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I got to take a piss. I'm like, how are these people going to the bathroom? So there's nothing. So I walked out, and I'm walking out, and I'm looking, there's a giant parking lot, and I'm like, I got to walk like 10 miles past this parking lot to take a piss. So I'm walking out. Finally, I see like a little side. Well, I see a little side field, and I'm like, oh, cool. I can get over that little knoll and, take a pee, whatever. So I get over there, and of course, there's a school and there's a farm, and there's a fence. And, like the forest little thing is right there. So I'm like, all right, I'm sitting there. So and I'm paranoid because like the parking lot's still kind of over behind me here. And I don't know if I'm kind of watching, like going like, oh, Jesus Christ, making sure nobody's getting in their car. You know what I mean? So I'm peeing. And I guess I kind of turned a little bit and I hit the fence and I was like, ah, you know what I mean? I was like, it jolted me. So that really does happen. That really does happen. That was unintentional, by the way. I didn't intentionally pee on the fence. And I didn't see it. To be fair, it was very thin wire. And it was by a tree. Like the stake was by a tree. And I wasn't even paying attention. And I'm looking. I'm like, holy shit, I just peed on an electric fence.
Every man ever. So 2 things there that demonstrates why my bathroom having 2 little boys is always covered in pee, because they're looking around at shit and not peeing in the bowl.
100%.
And the other thing was, did you know Mythbusters actually did like a subset of a show about can you actually get electrocuted by peeing on an electric fence? And they concluded that you had to have pee going fast enough to make a constant stream of connectivity, because if there's any break in it, it will not conduct the electricity.
Well,
You
I
must have
had to
really
go.
had to pee.
I had to go pretty bad, and I felt a little tingle, enough to, it wasn't
Make you think
bad.
about it?
Oh no, yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't like pee all over my shoe or anything, but like I definitely directed differently.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you both say true. Men are 4 times more likely to get struck by lightning.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm
guess
surprised
what?
it's only 4.
That's false.
No, it's got to be more than that.
I think it.
They're 8 times more likely.
Well, I think it's in like the category of doesn't matter man or woman.
Mm.
But if you generalize it and say like men are a little more less aware of the surroundings or what they're near, then yes,
Or
I can
more willing
agree with that.
to take some foolish risks.
There you go. That's exactly what I was trying to get at.
Former ER nurse. Sorry, that's a true thing.
Well, I think so. And Benjamin Thomas is saying that maybe I'll have to try that instead of coffee in the morning. It might get you going, Ben, a little bit.
Hey.
And Mike Domino's stopping by. What's up, Mike? Matilda, that lady forced him to eat some. Oh, poor Nadia. We're really like
I mean, apparently
beating on the.
Yeah.
a lot of people
Go fund me for my
feel the same way.
emotional trauma.
I've never seen Matilda. I have no idea what the hell.
Watch it now.
I have
That
no
movie's
idea.
messed up.
I've never. Is that the wait? There's Rodney Dangerfield in that? That was Ladybugs. Never mind. That was Ladybug. Tim's gonna kill me. So, true or false, ladies?
Mm.
If I say 75 is the correct answer to this question, but I say it backwards, what is the correct answer to this question? Is it a trick question? Is it 75? Is it 7-5, the numbers? Or is it 75 spelled backwards?
So this isn't a true or false question.
No, and I don't know how I put this on here. I must have been like,
I like it.
I must have been looking around when I was doing this research and getting these questions.
I like it.
Maybe I was peeing. I was in the bathroom peeing when I was doing it.
I mean, sit down research.
But
75
so
spelled backwards.
So do you want me to repeat it or do you guys get it?
Yeah, say it one more time.
Yeah.
So if I say 75 is the correct answer to this question, but I say it backwards, what is the correct answer to this question?
75.
Okay. She's biting her glasses.
Yeah.
She wants to get this right.
Yeah. Wait, what are the answers? Oh,
Your choices are 75 the number, 75 the word, 75 spelled backwards, but in succession, like 5 is backwards first and 70 is backwards second, like a mirror image.
Mm-hmm.
57, or am I giving you a trick question?
it would be 57.
It would be
That's
57. So one says 57, one says 75. Let's see what the real
I didn't
answer.
eat my Wheaties today, so
Guess what the answer is?
It's a trick question.
No.
No.
The answer is the mirror image of the word 75.
Oh yeah, I guess I see that.
Backwards. Yeah.
that was my first instinct. And you can play this back and
Always go with your gut, Nadia. Always go with your gut.
It's not bad advice.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So, girls, this is going to be the final one of this round. So far you're tied.
I know.
This is actually the tiebreaker. How did that work out? That worked out great.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
Wow. And before we get to the tiebreaker, Benjamin Thomas says that Danny DeVito was in Matilda. Okay, so it wasn't Rodney Dangerfield. And Tim said, if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? Hey, there's a great question. How about that one, girls? Little sidebar question.
It would be called happiness. I love peanut butter.
You love peanut butter. What about you, Nadia?
I thought of something gross first, but I'll say something else in a second. Just let's
No,
ask the question
I want to hear the
first.
first thing. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Can't do it?
So gross. No, I can't do it. It's
Can't
like,
do it.
It's not even. It's not for the general public. All right.
Well, neither is this show, so that doesn't, So here we go, girls.
Okay.
You ready? Are we ready for the tiebreaker?
So ready.
Here it comes. Final Jeopardy. If you didn't get any of these answers right before, here's a freebie. All the answers in this question are right. Sweet? Cool? All the questions are right, or is this a trick question?
Oh, the answers are right.
Think about it. If you didn't get any of the answers right before, here's a freebie. All of the answers in this question are right, and your choices are sweet, cool, all of the answers in this question, or is this a trick question?
All the answers in this question.
Okay, Sarah.
Is this a trick question?
Okay.
Just go with your gut, girl.
Well, whoever went with all of the answers in this question is the winner. And that is who?
Good job, Nadia.
Nadia, you took my advice. You took my advice and you won. So there we go. There we go with Denise, true or false. Nadia comes up with a narrow win with 2-1 over older sister Sarah. Wow. Sarah, I really expected you to blaze up in front here. I was
The rookie becomes a master.
And by the way, Nadia, Tim wants you to say it.
No. I'm going to have him stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll have Uncle Arick say it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that.
And everybody can comment different ways to say peanut butter, because that's a really good question.
Okay. I just read your I just read your comment that you wrote in the private comment or the private chat.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. We should do that. Do you want me to tell them what you wrote?
Yeah.
So the girls here thought maybe sometime if they're ever on again, which they will be, we should have a segment called "Ways Uncle Arick Almost Died." LOL.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it before we were coming on the show tonight. We're like,
oh Lord,
he's kind of sticking lucky to be alive because he's almost bit it a few different ways so far.
Yeah, I think last count last count I was up to like 5 ways I've dodged the Reaper, but
yeah.
You know what? You know what I attest it to? Honestly, I'm going to be really honest with you. Your grandmother was a very hardy built woman, and
Spartan, if you will.
Throughout her whole life, she never was sick. She never hurt herself right up until the end. Like when she obviously, when she caught the scourge of mankind, cancer. But she even fought that without any treatment for it had to be. I was telling you, Sarah, that I noticed things, on her for a long time before she even came to the emergency room that time. Remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
So I attribute that a little. I mean, that's a part of it, and obviously science and medical care is the other part of it. But I attribute, her passing that down to me, because let's face it, there's been a few. I've dodged the Grim Reaper probably 5 or 6 times, and probably 2 or 3 of them should have taken me out. And I'm pretty damn lucky for that. So, but that's enough about me. Benjamin Thomas wants you to just take this advice and Don't fear the Reaper. I don't fear the Reaper, but that is a good song. That's
That
a
was
really
a good song.
Blue Oyster Cult, man. You guys ever hear Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult? Go
Nope.
Godzilla.
Nope.
What?
No, because I'm not cultured like you are, and
What?
that's something you've told me many times. Because
You're
in our
on the
music
Pop
tape,
Culture Pros right
I
now.
know, I
I'm one of the
know.
pros.
I don't know how I got here, but
I am the David Letterman of Pop Culture Pros.
I know.
This is the greatest show on earth.
Yeah.
What other
Pretty awesome.
colloquialisms? Ooh, that's a $10 word that I can come up with to compare myself with that aren't true. So
Oh.
that's kind of funny that you guys just said to me. You made the statement that you're not as versed in pop culture as I am. That gives way to something really interesting that we do here on the show quite often, because there is a segment on the A2Z program that's become a staple. There's a segment here that has become everyone's favorite show on the internet right now.
Mm.
And I'm going to tell you what, I think it's right. I think it's the right time. Since you guys are not as well versed in pop culture as, say, me or whoever else, I think it's time.
Is this the homeschool thing? Is that what you're bringing up? Is because we were homeschooled?
No, I think it's time to play the douchebag. So I'm getting out the douchebag because we need some heavy artillery here.
Oh, I met that guy before.
Oh! Hold the
I
phone!
recognized him.
Hold the phone before we get to the douchebag. We have to say hello. We have to say hello to a woman who is dear to all of our hearts. Let's say hello to Mom.
Hey.
Hello, Mom.
No, just hey. Hello,
And
Mom.
she says you're good at it. So that's right, I am good at it. Whatever you mean, Julie. So here's how the douchebag works, girls. I have in the douchebag a list of names. Now, how this works is how this works. Okay? I show you guys a name.
Mm-hmm.
If they're cool, they're cool. We can keep them out. We'll keep them out. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
If they're a douche, we douche them. That's how it goes. And you can give me a little a quick little excerpt on why you think so or not, but that's how the game goes. So, in honor of pop culture everywhere, and on behalf of my contemporaries on Pop Culture Pros, girls, are you ready to play the douchebag?
So ready.
Let's play.
Can't wait.
Okay, girls. The first one are the Care Bears. Are the Care Bears douchebags or are the Care Bears cool? No?
Great.
They care. No, keep them out.
Keep the Care Bears out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Keep the Care Bears out. I like the Care Bears because they're colorful, they're fun. I mean, even if the cartoon was kind of like
Super
weak.
cheesy. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the actual the actual toys are really neat,
Yeah,
and they're highly collectible, by the way.
I think I had one when I was a kid. Probably destroyed it.
Not as versed in pop culture wait a minute, Cody. Not as versed in pop culture as a man who hasn't seen Matilda. Cody, let me tell you something.
Oh,
Let me tell you something. We all have our areas of expertise in Pop Culture Pros, and while I may not be as versed in movies, I'm magic on the mic, and I got the gift of gab, and I got the gift of jab. That's all I'm going to say.
the gifted jab. So
Anyway, yeah, Tim Tabala says, "Oh shit, shots fired." So let's get the ball right. And Mother gave us a slew of hearts. Thank you, Julie. We love you too. We love you too. Thank you for tuning into the show. And in honor of your mother's British heritage that she found out on the DNA test, Queen Elizabeth, is she a douchebag?
No, I think she's done a really good job of keeping Charles from inheriting the throne for a long time.
Nadia is not so sure about
if he wraps the crown, it makes it a little difficult, but she's out of the bag. She's out of the bag.
Okay, she's out of the bag. Sarah Nadia, both agree. She's out of the bag.
I almost put her in. I can't believe that. I'm so
I would have.
sorry.
I would have douched her, but I'm the host. You guys are you. This is your game. So
I would do that for her.
how about John Lennon? Should we douche John Lennon?
Ugh.
Is he a douchebag?
I don't really have an opinion on John Lennon.
Nadia?
I don't know him personally, but
I don't know. He let Yoko break up the Beatles, so I guess he has to go in the douchebag.
Is he? We douching him?
Yeah.
John Lennon?
Yeah.
You're a douche.
Like just by proxy because of Yoko, but yeah.
Just based on that, yeah. And by the way, Paul McCartney's my favorite Beatle, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Really?
Yep. Oh. Let's get into some heavy pop culture here.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh my God. Hulk Hogan.
The Hulkster. Now, there is
favorite wrestler like ever. You used to talk about him all the time when you were young.
Well, the Hulkster was everywhere. That's the, but Hulk's done some pretty douchey things in the past 20 years. So
sure has.
Really?
You have to weigh it upon his impact on pop culture. Is he good, or the things that he's done? And he's been wronged a couple times. Is Hulk a douche?
How's he doing lately?
Do we give Hulk a pass?
I'm not gonna give Hulk a pass. The tan alone puts you in the douchebag.
Oh, Sarah wants to douche him. Nadia?
Judging by looks. She's judging by looks. I don't want to put him in the bag. Maybe he's living a clean life.
Oh, so Hogan is a well, let's let Tim Tabala be the tiebreaker here.
Yeah.
Hogan is no douche. Oh!
Thank you, Tim.
Sarah, you got outvoted. Hulk is out of the bag. Well,
outvoted by someone who's not even on the show.
Oh my God, Sarah, you're even getting hammered on Hulk or pre-Hulk Hogan knows better. Oh, okay. I thought Ben was giving you the what for, but he's not. Okay.
Yeah, like maybe this guy has fake tan little grandkids now. Like he's getting old. Just let him rest.
He is getting old. And Tim says no douche, and
not a douchebag.
And Mother was very happy to see Hulk Hogan. And she loves the mustache. Well, just by the way, Julie loves the mustache. So how can we have to keep Hulk out of that just because he was the first one to like really keep that mustache before that style of facial hair was really cool. Because back then, guys either had that like Magnum PI thing, or like you had like your crazy uncle had like a beard, like Uncle Bob. Like he's the only one that I knew that had a beard. So it's like beards weren't cool back then. Beards were still obscure. They were still kind of mystique. And nowadays, everybody has a freaking beard, and it's stupid. So, and I'm saying that I don't have a beard. I don't like beards. I tried the beard. Not having a beard. No beard.
You don't have to have one.
No, I don't have to have one, but I just like razzing my contemporaries that do.
I don't know. I like beards. I think that trend. I gotta be.
Yeah, let's get the opinion. Sarah, you like beards?
I do. I think they're great.
You think beards are great?
I do.
So you think a man
like cred?
Yeah, like buffalo wing sauce and crumbs and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Nadia, what say you? Beard or no beard on a man?
Let me just say, every man is different, and sometimes a beard adds to the face, but sometimes it's just that like wild nettles thing that I'm like, oh my God, could you please cut that? But you know what? It's not my style choice. So I can only say these things internally. I would never say it to someone's face.
Not a girl.
I might.
Nice. Yeah. So Sarah's a beard guy. Nadia's not a beard guy. We're gonna establish that. But mother likes beards. Yeah, Julie, you're with like the non-beardest guy in the world. Like he's never gonna have a beard. Yeah. That's too bad.
Cannot appreciate them.
I bet you you know what? I bet you after your dad finally hangs up the pill knife, whatever that thing's called, he might grow a beard.
Nope.
He might grow a beard.
Nope. He hates it.
No?
Guess it could happen. I don't know.
You don't think so? No?
I put all my money on no.
You're going to put all your money on no. Well, while you're putting all your money on no, How about we put all our money on Jimmy Fallon? Is he a douche?
I mean, he's kind of funny.
Kind of funny?
A douchebag, though, because I feel like you have to be a little bit of a douchebag to.
You do.
To be
a talk show host, you got to be kind of a douchebag. Hence.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waving.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, no.
But Fallon's cool. So, what do you think, Nadia? Sarah says no. Sarah says a loose no.
Yeah, it's a loose.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's cool, but
my name's Nadia, right? So, like, I could say this in a very Russian way. I think he has a good heart. I think this boy has a good heart. You know, so keep him out of the bag.
Jimmy's out of the bag. No, that settles it. No, Jimmy Fallon, not a douche.
I'm giving everyone the benefit.
Tony thinks he's an SNL fallen a douche. And you're all, Uncle, come by, Uncle Mike. Hi, Uncle Mike.
Hey, Uncle Mike.
Yes.
Say hi to Uncle Mike.
Jimmy's awesome.
And Uncle Mike says Jimmy's awesome.
Oh.
Nice. Ooh. Ooh.
Douche someone.
We're getting back to royalty here. Let's go back about 150 years. Queen Victoria. Sarah, is she a douche?
No.
She's not a douche.
Nope.
Not at all. Nadia? I'm looking at you. Not really.
I want to put someone in the bag, but she's
I think you're going to get your opportunity.
I know.
No Queen Victoria? Not a douche?
No.
Not a douche.
She was a literal, like, actual queen, like, in every sense of the definition, in my opinion.
Like a super bitch, like it's my way or the highway kind of thing.
She ran it.
Yeah, no, that's what you got to do when you're a royal. You can't half step it. You either got to go all in or all out. Am I right?
She ran it.
Yeah, yeah.
And she didn't like blindly chase after heirs as her only like life's mission, like her father did. Which is why his reign was such a disaster. But anyway,
is that Edward?
King Henry,
or George?
Isn't it? Wasn't that her? Yeah. No.
George or Ed, one of the two. I watched a video. You know those YouTube things you go down a rabbit hole in and you just keep watching?
Elizabeth.
I am thinking of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's what you.
But still, no. I wouldn't say that about.
No, mother loves Queen Victoria.
She had, I think, 9 children. That's why.
Oh, so we got something in common.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys wanted your chance. I'm staying indifferent on this one. Andrew Cuomo. Oh my God, that got both their lips. That got both their lips tightened up.
He's a politician. He's got to go in the bag.
Put him in the bag.
Sorry, Andrew.
I like him sometimes, but
yeah,
sometimes put him in the bag.
I would not want to be a governor during these kind of times anywhere, let alone New York, the hardest state to be governed in any part of this nation. New York is the hardest place to go to govern, to be a politician in, to be a mayor in, anything like that. This is the hardest place to be. I wouldn't want to be him, but he is kind of a douchebag. So see you, Andrew. You've been douched.
In the bag.
You're in the bag. Ooh, here's something touching base with you guys, maybe a little bit. What about Dr. Fauci?
He does not go in the bag.
The virologist that we corrected that you got, right? You got that right on the show. What about it, Nadia? Does Dr. Fauci out? Sarah thinks so.
Keep him out of the bag. If it weren't for him, we'd be... Whew. He's being the scapegoat, and I appreciate him. So
we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Well, more than we are now. Mother doesn't like Andrew Cuomo, and Wendy Ripley says put him in the bag. But Uncle Mike thinks Andrew is awesome. Well, that's okay.
Thanks,
Andrew, like I said, I don't envy him one bit because I would not want to be the governor of New York. I would not. This is where the first giant wave of Corona started. You have to govern not just the state, but the New York City. I mean, let's put aside the coronavirus. Just imagine being the governor of New York. I mean, it's got to be the worst job in the world, other than like I don't know. That's got to be the worst job in the world. Fauci. Oh, Uncle Mike loves Fauci too. Fauci is awesome. Yeah, he is awesome. He is awesome.
Great.
And Mother thinks he's a waffle maker. Well, as long as he has syrup. So, anyway, I have no idea what a waffle maker is. I think your mom's made way too many waffles in her lifetime. So, anyway, how about Taylor Swift?
Douchebag.
Taylor Swift. Now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Okay, Sarah says douche. Nadia.
So do I.
You douche it? Now, listen, I don't think, and you're going to think this is crazy coming from me, okay? I think Taylor gets a bad rap because all these other famous people and celebrities and news people all want to get on her about all she does is talk about boys and breakups and this and that. Well, if you go back and look at any female rock star, pop star, whatever, they talk about exes, they talk about lovers, they talk about breakups. So that's an unfair assessment on Taylor Swift. Okay?
I don't have a problem with her, and she's also a good businesswoman, but to me, she goes with gimmicks, and that's what I'm not into.
You're not fond of that? I think she's kind of cute too, by the way. I think she's kind of cute. I'd go out with her.
Really cute.
I'd go out with her.
Yeah, she's cute. She's 100% cute.
As long as she was on birth control.
They're in the cute
Anyway,
bag.
I had to slide that one in. So, Uncle Mike, who don't you know?
Right.
Uncle Mike don't know him. That was Taylor Swift is a pop star, Uncle Mike. A female. Okay, for the benefit of Uncle Mike later, we're going to show Uncle Mike who Taylor Swift is. But for now, how about Keanu Reeves?
Not a douchebag.
No, right? Ted. He's Ted Theodore Logan. He's Neo. Whoa.
That's such a tragic life too.
She had a shit life for a while, right?
Yeah.
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 That sucked. He's a really good guy, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're not douching him, right?
No.
No douche for Keanu. Keanu, man. 2 salutes from the program. Ooh. I forgot some of these names I wrote down. You know what I mean? You do it and you forget what you're doing.
Surprise yourself.
The famous COVID-19 song televangelist, Kenneth Copeland.
Douchebag.
Oh, yeah. He's got to be a douchebag, right? What do you think, Nadia?
Like if you're a politician, you're a douchebag. If you're a televangelist, you're a douchebag.
100%. 100%. What do you think, Nadia?
I don't know who this is. Like, put him in the bag. Do you remember? I don't know who he is, so I'm not. Do you remember
back in April when that funny video song was going around about the guy going COVID-19? I will burn you with the wind of God. You never saw that?
No.
You never saw that? He's like this creepy televangelist. Okay, so we're gonna have to catch everybody up on this after we play the douchebag because there's a couple. So we got Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be a good producer and just put the segment of the show that's on, but anyway, Kenneth Copeland sucks. Kenneth Copeland sucks. He's a phony bastard. He's a televangelist who just takes millions of dollars from people, leading them down the wrong path. So F you, Kenneth Copeland. Guess what? You're a douchebag. See ya.
Bye.
Ooh. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna raise someone's ire here. The televangelist also has 3 personal jet planes. Exactly, Cody. That's why he's a douchebag. Because you know what? Guys like him could share the wealth, put it somewhere else to make the country more prosperous, be part of the solution, not part of the problem still. There's your big thought for the day. And now, here's your next contestant on the douchebag. Dr. Pimple Popper.
I love her.
You guys like her?
Oh my God, she's great.
Yeah, she's a kind individual.
Yeah. What?
I love her videos.
You like her videos?
Growing up at a lot of stuff she sees.
Watch her videos.
So
keeps a straight face through so much stuff. I'd be like, super out. She's
Yeah.
such a good woman.
I've seen a few clips, but I've never actually watched the whole show. She seems pretty straight up. Like she seems like legit. Like hey man, this is what I'm doing. I'm into it, and I can't bring myself. Like I love having zits popped on me personally, but like watching somebody else pop zits, like.
Listen, the bigger, the nastier, the more drainage in the abscess, the more I love to watch that video. It's
You like that? You like that shit? You like that shit?
I used to love INDing abscesses in the emergency room. It was the best.
Is it sidebar? Is it satisfying? Like, because you guys are caregivers, and obviously you guys, there's a part of you that doesn't care about doing gross things, and probably certain things that you guys would have to encounter are like beyond what the normal person would even want to touch. But is it oddly satisfying, like relieving pressure or
real playing
unloading like discharge? Is that eerily satisfying to a point?
Like from an abscess?
An abscess or a cut or like an infected arm or something, like a staph infection, something like that. Is it fun?
Yep.
I love
when
it.
It's clean, when it's packed, when it's done, it's such a satisfying feeling. Like you really did a good piece of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleaned out the pus, cleaned out the blood, saw the bones.
Mom says you're back. I don't know what Julie, you're losing us here. Come on. The religious wind guy. Yes, Uncle Mike, you got it. You got it. The religious wind guy is right, and Uncle Mike thinks it's gross. Dr. Pimple Popper, but that's okay. That's okay.
Fine.
I don't know who.
Everyone has to like all these things, right? That's the great thing about it.
Yeah. Your husband, I think that was back with who did we do? Was that
the Winder?
The wind guy, yeah, the wind guy, Kenneth Copeland. So he's on the mega douche train with that. So
he gets his own bag called the wind bag.
The wind bag, yeah, good one. Yeah. So anyway, our next contestant on the douche bag is William Shatner. That was an awful Shatner imitation, by the way. I am so sorry about that. I am so sorry about that.
I don't know. Like, I think there were things about him that were douchey, and there are things about him that were cool. Like, he's
like 90 years old, and he still looks like he's like what
like
part?
He's only 70.
Yeah, like he doesn't. He looks like an old. He looks like an old man, but not like an old man.
Tucking it in.
Keep him out of the bag because my mom is watching, and I might need to find new parents if I put him in the bag.
I'm just going to go on record. I'll help you out. I hate Star Trek. I'm a Star Wars guy. I am not a Star Trek guy.
I like Star Trek.
I'm thinking back.
I think it's fucking stupid. I never liked it, and I never will. I do not like Star Trek. But listen, you guys didn't douche him, so he's not.
No,
he's not going in the bag.
Because how many times did he take off his shirt in Star Trek? Do a count of every episode.
Did he really?
How many times he took his shirt off in Star Trek?
Almost every episode, his shirt is off by the end.
I can say safely with a clear conscience, and I can't do that on many things. That I've never watched an episode of Star Trek. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Never. I've seen The Wrath of Khan, which was a good movie. Okay. There's my Star Trek. I'll tell you, The Wrath of Khan was okay. The series sucked. The rest of the movie sucked. The concept sucks. I just can't. And I'm saying that with my opinion, not the general opinion. And I don't want all these fanboys and nerds coming at me with all this whatever. I understand why you like it. I understand the beam me up, Scotty. It just doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't resonate with me. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I like Star Wars. Star Wars is different. I don't like Battlestar Galactica either. I think that's stupid. I'm just saying it. And
whatever.
That's it. And I'm actually trying to bait people. while we're doing this. So, and I did. There we go. I like both Star Wars and Star Trek, Cody says. And Mike,
Star Wars.
Mike says, your dad and I have been Trekkies forever. That's true. You have. You have been. You have been. I'm waiting for my buddy Tim. Tim's going to jump in here in a minute if he heard that because he likes Star Trek too. He likes both Star Wars and Star Trek. No, but seriously, I'm just kidding around. I don't. Star Trek's not my thing. Like I said, I understand why people like it. It's a big deal. It's got its own. It's kind of created its own world. Like if you're a Trekkie, like that's serious. Like that's nothing. Like because I couldn't like walk into a circle and pretend be like, hey, Spock or whatever. They'd just be like, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'm walking. They're not accepting. It's almost like they got that like sixth sense that you're a Trekkie because they could see me coming right away. Like, well, this guy's a dick. He's not gonna, whatever. So
Doesn't get it.
that's what most people probably say anyway. Back to the douchebag, girls. Back to the douchebag.
Okay.
How about Mr. Obama, Barack?
I don't
Keep
think
him
you're
out.
a bag.
I like
Sarah
him.
says out. Not in the bag. Nadia, keep him out.
I like him.
I agree. You want to know something? I think Obama's cool. I think he's a cool dude. I liked Obama. A lot of people give him a bunch of shit, but yeah. Go ahead, Sarah. Give me something on Obama.
He spoke in such clear, intelligible, complete sentences.
Mhm.
It was great.
100%. 100%. Nadia, what's give me some good Obama stuff here. Why is he good? I mean, there's 100 reasons or a million reasons why he's great, but why do you think he's great?
I thought we weren't going to get political on this show.
Well, no. This is the douchebag. This is why he doesn't go in the douchebag. So why doesn't he?
I think I wish I could give like more scholarly answers, but honestly, I feel like he had the country's best interest at heart as a president, and I think he and his wife have people's best interest, and even after they were finished, they're
very caring people.
Yeah,
they're very caring people. They're very charitable people.
Yeah.
And like Sarah said, I think Sarah made a good point. He's very well spoken, and his point got across. Like he didn't have to do all this with on Twitter, and all that stuff. So, and I'm not saying anything about anybody who was in office before, some dickhead. So anyway, Obama's out of the bag. We have one last guy to see if goes in the douchebag. You guys ready? You ready for this?
Mhm.
You ready, Sarah?
Yep.
You ready, Nadia?
Uh-huh.
You like how I can look at you and then like look at her? And, like
Saw
I'm
that.
actually looking at nothing. There's like nothing over there or here.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing down there. Like
Doing great.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's all magic. Jay Leno. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Ours.
Funny-ish, I guess.
That's all I know about it. Tell me about Jay Leno, and let me judge.
So Jay Leno, here's Jay Leno. Jay Leno ousted Johnny Carson as the Tonight Show host when it was literally promised to David Letterman. And he snuck in and he acted like a weasel and got himself in there to host the Tonight Show. Now, Letterman ended up falling back on it. He got back on his feet, had a better show on CBS called The Late Show. And so subsequently, Leno hosted the Tonight Show up till like 2008. And Conan O'Brien was supposed to take over the Tonight Show, which he did when Jay retired. Henceforth, Jay kind of hung around NBC and was like, I don't have much to do. I'm here. And they gave him a show on right before Conan, before the Tonight Show. Now, of course, people are going to see a familiar face in Jay Leno. And of course, people are going to watch that and maybe think like, oh, that's the Tonight Show and turn it off. So what it did, Conan's ratings weren't exactly bad, but it kind of took away the whole like, well, here's the new host of the Tonight Show, Conan O'Brien. You know? Oh no, you just throw Jay back in there, and then all of a sudden Conan, this whole night show debacle got turned. It's a really cool thing if you want to go into a rabbit hole on YouTube. It's really fun. But it basically, Jay sabotaged Conan to get the hosting job of the night show back. He got it back. Conan was out. Jay was back in. And Jay hosted for another like 2-3 years, and then it went to Jimmy Fallon. So that's why Jay Leno, I think, you know what, if you guys aren't going to douche him, I'm going to. Jay, you're a douchebag.
Yeah. Just
Goodbye.
from the story, I could tell you didn't like him too much.
No, I'm a Letterman and Conan guy. Like Conan's my favorite, and Letterman. Like if you don't like Letterman and you do what I do, you're a fool.
Here's
So,
the thing. Like, Jay didn't do anything that the people in charge of that station didn't let him do.
no, because you got to understand, like executives aren't exactly Rhodes scholars. They kind of like go off the input of the host.
Yeah, but like they're the one putting pen to paper and authorizing things.
They are, but like I said, Sarah, everybody's influenced. This is the entertainment business. They can
Was he making them more money?
the pendulum. Oh, look what I happen to be taking a drink of, girls. It's RC Cola. RC Cola, Uncle Eric's favorite cola.
Was he making them more money though?
Conan got bought out. Yeah, Conan got bought out of a very large sum. But still, the principle is that Jay, if he didn't want to give up the job, he just said, no, I'm going to keep it. Conan, you keep Late Night with Conan O'Brien. You know, it was just a big deep dive it on YouTube. You can type in David Letterman, Jay Leno, and you'll get the whole story. And it's a great video. Somebody made a fantastic video about an hour long.
Wow.
So Arick Bergman says, Jay, as a talk show host, ugh, but Jay has a motorcycle and automobile enthusiast. Yes. Arick, I can agree with that. Yeah, like we just explained, talk show host sucks. The hell with him. But he does have a very impressive collection of automobiles and motorcycles. Let's see. Not a fan. Love me some Obama. Not a fan of a lot of shit he did, but he's a guy. I don't know what was that. Who was that? Was that William Shatner, or was that Dr. Pimp? No, that must have been
Barack Obama.
Jay Leno. It must have been Jay Leno. No, Uncle Mike loves Obama.
Oh, okay.
Your Uncle Mike, like as he commented here, love me some.
Love me some Obama.
Oh, maybe that's it. Not a fan of a lot of the shit he did, but he's a. I think he meant to say good guy. So we understand what you're saying, Uncle Mike. We do.
He is a guy.
And Benjamin, here's your husband's great sense of humor. Do they even know who he is? That's great. Oh, Ben. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm sorry. Uncle Mike did correct himself. Uncle Mike did say good guy. There you go, Uncle Mike. What's he saying? Shameless product placement. That's right, Uncle Mike. That's right. RC Cola.
How much is RC Cola paying you for that? Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not yet.
They ought to be.
Hit me up, RC
They
Cola.
ought to be. Yeah. Yeah. So, girls, tell me something. You're off tonight. You're hanging out together, and you're on my show, which is totally awesome. What would you both normally be doing on a Saturday night, right? Just on a random Saturday night, what would you be doing?
I don't know. What do you do, Sarah?
Since quarantine and it's in the middle of winter, it's about 20 minutes past my bedtime because I got to be up and work again in the morning. So
You have to work tomorrow too?
yeah.
So do I. You got to work, Nadia?
Nope.
Oh, loser.
You had today?
I got my time.
You got a weekend off?
I do.
Is that just random how that happened? Does it not always happen?
It doesn't always happen, I'm going to say. They pull me in quite a lot.
Yeah. I have to work every Sunday too, so, you know.
Yeah, I got to say, since quarantine, like, nobody has a life. So, I mean, I'm lucky if I get to see, like, friends and family. So,
Arick Bergman.
I play video games.
Wait a minute. What video games do you play?
Nothing cool. Nothing cool.
No. We need to know. Pop Culture Pros. This is part of pop culture. This is where you're fitting in, Nadia. Okay. So give us what you got. Come on, kid.
I play Battlefront, like Star Wars Battlefront. Oh, got a hooray.
Awesome.
And This is like a very weird game to play, but it's very calming. I'm embarrassed to say, but
Don't be
it's
embarrassed.
Lego
We're all your friends.
Marvel
What is it?
superheroes.
What is it?
Lego Marvel superheroes.
That's one of the greatest games of all time, Nadia.
Have you ever played it?
Yes, I have. Me and the boys got to the end where you could do the whole everything
Yeah.
free play roam. It's so fun.
Yeah,
It's so fun.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm embarrassed to say.
There is nothing wrong with that. That is one of the greatest games ever.
Hey, you can't like go into adult conversations going like, "Hey, you know what I do on my free time? I like play Lego Marvel."
2021.
Just like they'll just look at you and be like, "But your cuticles look terrible. Like, what is going on with you?" I did tell a woman that I
you know what?
that in my free time, and she thought it was really sad. So I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
You want to know what?
What did she do?
Mastered?
I don't know more
What's
fun stuff.
You want to know what video game I have mastered?
What have you mastered, Sarah?
Well, I guess two. The original Mario Kart on the Wii.
That is the best game.
That's one of the. That's a go-to for me and the boys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But have you ever played the Untitled Goose Game?
Untitled who?
Goose Game, like the bird that honks. Okay.
That's a deep dive.
No.
You have to try that.
I've never even heard of it.
If you play, like, if you can have one or two player, and essentially you have a list of havoc to cause as two geese, and it's like problem solving. It's puzzle. It's fun. Like the kids and I really enjoyed playing that together. Your boys might like it.
The Goose Game.
It's not like high speed, like amazing graphics or anything like that, but it makes you think. It's
like if Simon and Garfunkel was a video game. It's like off the beaten path, and it's like a little more easygoing, kind of like a rhythmic slow guitar with some duets.
That's okay. Well, listen, you guys generated some some feedback here. LOL, the Goose Game. And Cody likes Battlefront also, but Arick Bergman must have gotten some email or a call from the lawyers of Royal Crown, because this just in. RC sent a cease and desist. RC is after the A2Z. I hope so, because I tell you what, I will endorse them 5 times a show, man, because RC's my favorite. RC's my favorite. No, the boys and I we play Mario Kart. Obviously, we have the Switch 8 Deluxe. That's the best. That's the best.
so
And we're also into Super Smash Ultimate and all the downloaded characters and everything. And it's like
my boys love
Nicholas
that.
is
Yep.
Nicholas is the best at it. He could probably
Let's
win.
boys all together one of these times.
Oh, that would
We
Nick.
keep saying it, but we got to.
Nick would love it. Yeah, Nick would love it. He'd love hanging out with his cousins.
Mhm.
Cousins, right? They'd be cousins, yeah. Somehow,
Some such of cousins. Yes.
something like that. You got Nurse Week now, Uncle Mike says, but when you get Legends Week, give me a shout. Well, I'll tell you what, we will. We'll give you a shout, Mike. Legends Week. Anyway, so anyway, girls, you had a good time? This has been fun. How great is this? How great is this?
Time has flown.
Time has flown.
It's been
You know that
wonderful.
we've almost been on an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't that?
Like less than 10%?
You have less than 10%. Well, then on that note, Sarah, we will do a wrap up. Do you guys each have anything you would like to say before we go? Sarah, go ahead. I'm putting you on the spot.
Masks go over your nose. And if you are not fully ready to be a parent, be careful.
Because it might happen.
Those are the 2 things I have to say.
Cool. Public service announcement. Nadia, what's up? Nadia, what do you have to say?
If you're going to do something, do it with your heart and your soul, because it's not worth doing if you're not going to give it 110%. That's it.
Good sound advice. Good advice. Oh, and here we go. You got some accolades here. Wendy says, "Thank you, ladies, for everything that you are doing." Thank you, Wendy. That was sweet.
Randy.
You're very
Yeah,
welcome.
that was great. So, girls, thank you for coming on your uncle's show. This has been such a good time.
We've
Had
a really
fun.
good time. Thanks for having us.
As always.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing all your stuff with all my viewers and stuff. Because like I said, there's a lot of things we talked about that I think a lot of people didn't know or maybe didn't understand fully. So I think we covered a lot of cool stuff, and I want to thank you for being in the profession that you are and caring for all these people, and we really salute you here, and we wanted to say thank you. So thank you to both of you on behalf of Pop Culture Pros and myself. Thank you. Thank you for being on the show.
Of course.
So
Thanks for having us.
this is Sarah. This is Nadia. I'm Arick, and I'd like to thank all of you for tuning into the show tonight. I want to remind you that you can watch Pop Culture Pros on Facebook, Pop Culture Pros on YouTube, Pop Culture Pros on Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, and anywhere else you get your media or your content. We are there. Also, don't forget to like our page. Don't forget to leave a comment. And don't forget that next week, starting Monday, we start our regular rotation of shows again. You have, whose show? The A to Z show? Yes, you have the A to Z show coming back at you Monday. So it's going to be a special time Monday, everybody, so pay attention now. Monday, we're going to start around 5:30, 6 o'clock. We're starting a little earlier on this Monday because my special guest is that's the time frame that we have to get for them. So that's when we're starting for that. So A to Z, Monday. Not sure if Jader and Kyle are coming Monday or Tuesday, but Tuesday is what? Just Too Sweet? It is Just Too Sweet. You know why? Because it's a Just Too Sweet show. The Just Too Sweet show is on Tuesday. Wednesday is the Put It in the Book show. Thursday is the We Stomped You Out show. And also on Wednesday, there is a very special show coming on. It started last week. It is called Granny's Peach Tea, and it is hosted by Ed Camus, good friend of mine, Ed. And it's about comics and all things related to comic books and comic media and anything like that. So I encourage everybody, if you're into that, please tune into Ed's show because last week was a great show. Ed's a great guy. And speaking of Ed and Tim, my tag team partner, Ed and Tim also do the Empire 161 show. That is a Yankees show, and that will be coming back in the spring. And they also do the Mandalorian reviews, so that's also interesting. So after that, usually Friday or Saturday, we get the Four Quarters show that I mentioned before with Aline and David. And I'm sure that we're going to get an update on when they're going to be coming back. But that's the rundown of Pop Culture Pros, and we also do movie reviews, TV reviews, and all sorts of giveaways we're going to have. So please pay attention, like our page, come back and give us feedback, come back and check out every update because there's lots of movie things, lots of TV things, and lots of really, really fun contests and giveaways. So we'd really appreciate it. All that you already are joined, and those that will join, come join us. Shall you join us? Do you think I've gone through everything, or is that enough? Like that was like a veritable windbag of information. So anyway, that's Pop Culture Pros. On behalf of the pros, I'm Arick. This is the A to Z program, and we want to thank you all for joining us. And we're going to see you Monday at 5:30 right here, same time, same place. Don't forget this face.
Or this one.
No, don't forget hers either. Or hers.
Or hers.
Good night.
Hers. Good night.